Hi everyone, it's Karen, and we're here with the final day of the 12 days of junk journal gift idea tutorials. And today what I want to show you is how I've put together this quick and easy embellishment book. So stay tuned and we'll look at this in just a minute. Hi everyone, it's Karen, and I'm here with day number 12, the final day of the 12 Days of Junk Journal Gift Ideas tutorials for 2019. So today for day 12, what we're going to do is we're going to make a simple little embellishment book so that we have some place to store and keep all the goodies that we made in the past 12 days, or the previous 11 days. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to start off with an old cereal box. And I'm going to trim off the excess. There's the outside. Open up the bottom. So what we want to do is trim off the edges here. I want to keep the front and the back and the spine. So we'll just trim each of these little Okay, so right now we have our cover. I might want to shorten it a bit this way. Put that aside for a moment. This will give us one that is going to be a little over 8.5 inches tall. It will have about 1 3/4 inch spine, and it is 7.5 inches wide. Thinking I want to trim that down to a little bit more than a little over 6 inches wide. It's a little bit too big. So what I'll be doing is I'll be adding in scrapbook paper and or cardstock, and they're 12 by 12 pages. So what I'll want to do is I'll want to fold them in half, so the maximum I'm going to have is 6 inches. So if we do this at about 6.5. That's not the right way. So this is 7.5, so I'm going to take off 1 inch. Let's not mess this up so because I don't have, my husband hasn't eaten that much cereal. Whoops. Sorry I'm making so much noise with this thing. I keep forgetting I'm letting the poor thing slam down on you. Okay, so now we have it at about 6 inches, 6.5 inches here. we're going to want to make a bit of a, we want to cover this with something pretty. I think we'll just find some other scrapbook pages to cover that. We'll also want to put some pretty decorations on this inside cover. So let's find some simple scrapbook paper. So I'm just going to use this paper pad, and this is just the thin paper. Ooh, I like that for the cover. How about this for the cover? And we might have to do some tweaking. Trim this off, put it here. This won't be perfect, but we'll make it work. So let's get the outside decorated. So we'll keep the prettier part on the front, and we'll leave the patching on the back. I just want to mark where I want to do a couple score lines here, and I want to mark where we'll cut. So we'll do this part first. We'll trim the bottom off. And then we'll score it at these 2 marks. Okay. So something sticky on my desk. So let's get these score lines done up. This is probably going to turn out to be a long video again. So this will cover the front, and it'll loop around to the back, and then we will use this last bit here and do up the last part. So how about we attach this bit first? Actually, let's mark where we need to trim it down. Grab the paper trimmer again. Oh, there it is. And we'll save this guy for something. Double-sided tape. You can glue this, or you can add double-sided tape. You can try doing it a little more carefully than I do. Keep this lined up as straight and even on the edge as we can. And seal her down. And we'll do the same thing for the rest here. What I'd like to do here is do the cover, the front first, then I'll peel off the pieces for the spine, just so I don't end up with trying to do the entire thing in one shot and messing it up. Okay, now I'll peel off the tape for the spine. And then peel off the pieces for the last part of the back. So there we have. It's not perfect on the back. We could have used 3 separate pieces of paper, but I didn't do that. So let's get some of this out of the way, or I'm going to have a ton of these. And then we also want to do some decorative features on the inside cover as well. Just to make it pretty. So which do we want to use here? Let's use this one. And for this, we will cut each of the pieces down to size, each of the 3 pieces separately. So we'll get the sizing we need to trim. I'm hoping I'm measuring this right. One page. And so again, we're not going to have quite the right. Let's do this on the inside front. Let's stick him down. Try to line it up fairly straight. And then we'll have to kind of do a little frankenpaper work here and make this fit on the back. We'll make it work. then we'll just do a little patchwork here. So I'll stick this guy down first on the end. This might be a longer video, guys. I'll do this in real time. So I'm going to just attach this down on the edge here. And then we can have a little bit of overlap with this last part. This will be okay because we'll probably be covering this with some kind of pocket. So a little bit more tape. There we go, we have our cover for our embellishment book. We have lots of space for adding all kinds of embellishments. We can use these little scraps. We can use them as tiny little tags. Let's do that. Where's my scissors? There's my scissors. So we have two teeny little tags we can use. I'll find my hole punch after. I don't know where it is right this second. But we can use those two little scraps, and we've used up the entire 12 by 12 pad. This we can use for a journaling card. We'll keep that, we'll use it for something. So we'll use up all of our little scraps. Then what I want to do is get my inserts to add in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a small amount. I'm going to use a couple of my, let's move this out of the way for a second, a couple of my pads. This is single-sided. I might not use this one. Skip that one. These are double-sided, so I like that. So I want to use this page. It's double-sided, so we can use both. And I want 3 pages. And these are also double-sided. Let's use this one. And how about this one? Oops. need my paper trimmer back. I do first want to take this little extra bit off the top. Whoops. Sorry again. This one will want to measure it to the 12, so I get the... Actually, no, I'm just going to trim it to just a hair under. Okay, so we want these folded in half. Let's score them. You gotta love it when I do this on the fly, people. So we want to take it to the 6-inch mark. And score it. And secondly, we want to, how tall did we say this was? 8 3/4. So if we do these at about 8 1/4, score at the bottom, 8 1/4. Between 8 1/4, let's do 8 and 2/3. No, not that one. Okay. So we have our first page set. Let's score it this way and fold it this way. Actually, so it folds a little bit nicer. Let's just trim this on the bottom portion, just so it has a nicer fold. The bone folder here someplace, and I can't see it right this second. Just want to firm that down. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to tack down these two sides. Actually, yeah, let's do them one on each side. And we'll fold one this way. Just didn't trim 100% straight, so I want to just take that little excess off. There we go. We've got one of our little folder inserts ready. Tuck things inside here. We got one, and we'll do the same with the other two. Alright, so we have the 3 pages to go in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to add each of the 3 of them in to the spine. So I just want to make a quick template here. Where's my... There we go. We want one at roughly the center. Here, and then one of these at the center. To be right. Okay, so that gives me roughly 3 evenly spaced openings or holes. So I like to do that. There we go. I want to make myself a template for this. My paper trimmer, although that's never a guarantee I'll cut a straight line. I think it would be, but okay. Let's get some holes punched in here. Okay, so we have the holes punched to attach our 3 little embellishment folder signatures. What I'm going to do is I'm going to layer these 3 together just for a moment. Fold this roughly. That's nowhere near in half, but let's just line these up. Okay. So now we want to decide what order we want these guys in. I like this way. Some white embroidery up. Hoping that's enough. That's all I need. Measure about 3 times the length of the spine. So I have 1, 2, 3. Don't need him right now. So we'll use each one at a time. Okay, now I made a mistake. One page, a little signature. Repunch the holes in here. Maybe it's a little bit longer. We have 2 in here. And then the final one. So here we have our little embellishment book. I'm going to do a little bit more work on it. I'll add that video on in a bit, but we can put a pocket here. We have a pocket here. We can add some pockets in here. And I've left this string a little bit longer so you can add a little charm if you wish. Another pocket, another pocket. We can add pockets in here different ways or different tuck spots. Another pocket and one here. So we can start tucking in all of our goodies that we made during our 12 days. During the 12 days of Christmas, or 12 days of junk journals. So just for an example, these 4 cards that we made from a greeting card. You can tuck those in here. What else did we have? Get our envelope. Peeks out a bit from the top, that's okay. What else did we have? We had our napkin embellished pages. Let's just tuck those in. Where do we want? Let's tuck them in here. We had our embellished postcard. We had our fabric covered cards. Excuse the truck that's trying to make a lot of noise up. Hi. We have our little three pocket here. We had our little which one was this one? This was the gift. That's going to have to fit into a tuck spot in the back. We have our little shaker card. And tuck that in here. You can see as we're starting to add a few things in here, it's starting to fill out. So I'm going to add some more in here after. Alrighty, here we are with my finished little embellishment folder or embellishment book. And this was for the 12th day of Junk Journal Gift Idea Tutorials for 2019. And what we wanted to do with this was create a nice little embellishment book to house all the goodies we made over the last 11 days before today. So I've got almost all of my goodies tucked into this quick little embellishment book. There's plenty of room for growth. You can stick more things in here. It has a 3-stitch pamphlet stitch. I meant to do 5, but I messed up, so it's 3. I put a couple little, what do you call them? Rivets or whatever with my memory keepers. What the heck is this thing called? Crocodile. That's it. So I put a couple pieces in here so we can attach a couple of the embellishments. Our little bulb pin and safety pin embellishments. We can attach those on the side if we want. So let's take a little look at what we have in here. And I'll see if I can remember which ones come from which days. So there's room for doing more decorating on the front cover if you wish. I think it'd be nice to add a bit of lace to it, some other embellishments, but we'll just keep it simple for the moment. So I added a few extra little pieces for tuck spots. So on the inside front cover, I just added another piece of scrapbook paper. And in here, I've just tucked in the envelope we made for day. Yeah, this is for day 1. So it's our embellished envelope. You can tuck things in here if you wish. There's plenty of space for tucking in additional items if we want. In this spot, I've tucked in my little triple pocket from day 3. And then within here, you could easily tuck in more things. I don't have it filled up yet. This, I just love the page, so I didn't do anything with this. So this is just for looking pretty. You could easily add another spot on here. It's just, the page is just so pretty, I just want to look at it. Then on the back, I've tucked in the 2 napkin embellished cards. I also have an extra one. I'm going to add a few more things in here as we're going along. I had another one that I had made using a flashcard. I didn't show that on video, but there's another one that I had also made. So you can tuck those in here. This I've just left open. You can easily add something else here. This one's a little bit more challenging to include in here, but I've got it added. This is our little notepad or post-it note holder. This is from day 7. Got that tucked in here. I've added, and again, I've added another, just a piece of extra scrapbook paper I had. I've just attached that along the edges here and have it for another tuck spot. On here I've added one of my little cluster embellishments, just for a little extra decoration. And that these were, the cluster embellishments were from day 6. This is my embellished postcard as a journal card. So I've got a spot to tuck that in here. Don't have anything in here, why not? Oops. Let's just put in, these were a couple of the little extra pieces of scrapbook paper from the outside. Let's just tuck those in here. And I've just added a little of the extra embroidery thread for the seaming. I had a couple other, let's just add some extra bits. These were some extra pieces of paper that were from one of the projects we did. I think that was for the triple pocket. So let's just tuck those in here. This was the excess bit from this page. So that can be a nice little journaling card that someone can use. And then this was the last little tiny piece of paper that was left from the front paper we used. So we'll just pop that in there for another little piece of journaling card that you can use. I've added another one of the little cluster embellishments on here for decoration. On this page I have included my shaker card, and this was from day 9. So we can tuck that into one of these tuck spots, and it can be used in the future by anyone for just for doing journaling within their new journal. On this page I added, again, this was a leftover paper from the triple pocket, and I trimmed the excess piece to create this pocket. And also the 2 little extra bits that came off the end of that are nice little journaling cards for over here. Here we've added in the 4 little journaling cards that we made from an old Christmas card. Well, it actually wasn't an old Christmas card. I just had some from the Dollar Tree that I just repurposed and did up. On here I have just pinned the bulb pin on the corner of the page for a little decoration, so you can see how that can be used in a junk journal down the road. On the back inside back page, there's one of our pockets, and in here I've just tucked in all of our fabric scrap journal cards. So again, these are just pieces of fabric that we attach to recipe cards. So we can just tuck those in here. I had an extra one that I had made as well. We'll just add him in there. On the back cover, I added another piece of extra scrapbook paper that I had kicking around, and I just pinned this on top of here, so it's just for a nice little decoration. And then I've tucked in my stationery gift set pocket folder. So it's empty, so you can tuck in all kinds of things. Here's one of the earlier prototypes I made of the shaker card. So you can just tuck different stationery pieces in here. Extra paper, so I have a piece of extra scrapbook paper. We could just fold that up. That can be used for a nice little journaling card. It can be cut down. We'll just keep this tucked back in here. It's a little bit taller than the embellishment book. I'm okay with that. And then our back cover. So there we have it. We have our little embellishment book for all of the fun embellishments and junk journal gift ideas that we made over the past 11-12 days. And I only have the 3 small signatures in here on the heavier cardstock paper. And what it does is it allows for space. There's quite a few things stuffed in here, as we can see, and we have room to grow. There's room to stuff things in here. You can keep all these goodies in here, put this up onto a shelf on your desk so that it's available for grabbing these different embellishments and different things to use for your junk journals. So I hope you enjoyed following along with the 12 days of junk journal gift idea tutorials for 2019. I've had a blast. I thought it's been so much fun, and I hope everyone enjoyed it. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. I hope you like and subscribe, and I will catch you in another video. Bye now.